Hey y'all, I am back to show how to make homemade lemon curd without egg yolks. So here I am using my lemons and rolling them. That releases the oil and the juices in the lemons. It helps them to release everything in the aroma. Now I have already started, so I'm using a zester to zest the lemon. Now make sure you clean your lemons before you start this. You clean them real well, dry them off. If not, it'll make it sticky to your lemon zester. After you zest them really good, what I usually do is I cut the tails off of both of them and I cut them in half. That way, the juice is coming out of the top and the bottom when you are using the lemon press or the juicer. I squeeze it really, really hard, but you got to be careful. These things break. I've broken a couple of them on a few occasions, juicing lemon or lime. I turn it sideways that way because there's always extra juice left in there. So I want to make sure that I get as much juice out as possible. And you see I left a strainer, over there on top of the measuring cup to catch all the seeds. That way you're not having to strain it again later or try to fish out all the seeds. I don't know why these lemons had so many seeds in there, more than I'm used to seeing. So I get my pot on the stove and all the juice of 3 lemons, I go ahead and pour into the pot. I use about a half a cup, maybe a third a cup of almond milk that's unsweetened. Now, you know, a little scoop that comes in the sugar container. I use 3 of those. Now, I don't know, I didn't measure it, so I don't know how much is in there, but I put it in there. Make sure you stir it up real well. It is going to separate a couple times. And you see the fire, I had to turn it down because it was getting too high. You want it on about a medium temperature. Then I add all the zest of all 3 of those lemons and I keep stirring. You're going to have to do that a few times, and you don't want it to boil. You want it to come to like a, quick. Oh, that is the arrowroot powder. I use 2 tablespoons of arrowroot powder. You can use cornstarch as well, which I was out of, so that's what I had on hand. And again, you got to keep stirring it, and now it's going to be about the consistency of applesauce. I added in a little bit of yellow food coloring because I didn't use egg yolks. It doesn't give the color of normal lemon curd, but I only put like 2 drops in there. You guys saw that. Now at this point, you turn your fire off and you go ahead and add cold butter. This butter is right out of the refrigerator. I chopped it up. I used about 1/3 of a stick of real butter, and then I kept stirring until it gets silky and shiny. And once it cools a little bit, you can pour it into whatever you're going to use. I'm getting ready to use all of this for a cake that I'm making. But if I was not going to be using it right now, I would be putting it in a jar and putting it in the refrigerator. So there you go, bright yellow lemon zest. And I took a little break and put some on those muffins. Bon appetit.